Okay, day 12. Astana, remember Astana? I got a hair problem today. Astana, Uranium 1. Astana, the capital of Kazakhstan. No, wait, Kazakhstan. So the two new characters, one's going to be a character from yesterday, unfortunately, that murdered all those people in Lower Manhattan. His name is Saipov, S-A-I-P-O-V. Saipov. That's easy. Saipov's easy. He's in the news. They're saying his name. The name you're not going to hear is Kim Fritts. Kim Fritts is the CEO of Uranium 1. Uranium 1 in Moscow. So Kim Fritts used to be the campaign director for Jeb Bush, I think, in 2005, 2006. She moved here to Virginia, not far away, bought a modest home, $750,000 home. Later on, as the Uranium 1 started kicking in, $2.5 million home, then a $10 million home. Now she, in Arlington, she now lives in Maryland. So I'm not going to say where in St. Michael's, but that's where she lives. So Kim Fritts. So I published all of her stuff today. I didn't publish her address in Maryland, but she's going to factor into this very importantly because she's going to be filing all the Foreign Registration Act documents, and I published those as well this morning as well. So Kim Fritts, big part of this story. Now here's how it all links up. There's another company that we discovered this morning that Kim Fritts is also the CEO of, called Podesta Mattoon, M-A-T-O-O-N, like cartoon, Mattoon. And I don't know if it's because Mateen, remember the wacky weird guy with the mustache sitting behind Hillary Clinton in Orlando? I don't know if it's because Mateen reminded them of a cartoon, so they called him Mattoon. But you might hire somebody like that who has army connections to manage the rat line from Astana all the way down to Pakistan because he's Pakistani. And you remember his son, Mateen, did the shooting in Orlando. So, and after that, he was sitting behind Hillary Clinton. So do you think he's tied to Hillary Clinton and John Podesta? Well, we'll see. So, but Kim Fritts is the CEO of that Podesta Mattoon, okay? Now, I swear to God, I was typing uranium today, and I typed in this same sentence, Tony Podesta, hey Scrunch, and it changed it to Iranium. It's the first time Fort Meade has ever helped me. It changed it to Iranium, no kidding. Hey Scrunch. So I'm kidding you not. Did the megaton program, that uranium, go down to actually Iran? Did they really sell it to Iran for Iran's nuclear reactor program? Did the depleted uranium from Russia really go to Charleston and get re-enriched in Charleston and get backfilled for 20% of U.S. uranium? Did our choice U.S. uranium from Tennessee Valley Authority get shipped up through Montreal out to the different nuclear powers of Europe and NATO? I think so. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Now let me explain how Saipov gets involved. Saipov gets involved because he owns two trucking companies. The guy who ran over those people yesterday owns two trucking companies. One is in Cleveland, Ohio, Cuyahoga Falls, where I visited. That's where I interviewed Stevie Steve's person that cut his hair. Stevie Steve's the guy who said he killed a dozen people in Ohio. And also, he has a trucking company in Cincinnati. Now the other interesting thing is he's got a trucking company in Florida as well with his partner. Now he's hired also in a security firm, just like Mateen, remember G4S? Soliman, a guy named Soliman. I published his name as well this morning as well. Soliman. Now G4S was the guy who hired Mateen, the son that killed all those people. They do all the, for Florida, you know, where Jeb Bush would have the, power, they do all the security for all the courthouses in Florida, as well as many other government buildings in Florida. So we've got Mateen, right? We've got the Soliman hiring these two guys. The other guy is named Shamanov. So Shamanov, guess what business they're in? Trucking. Guess what other business Shamanov is in? Shamanov and Saipov, much like the Tsarnaev brothers, Shamanov and Saipov are in Tampa, Florida, in the car business, trucking cars. Where have we heard that before? I wonder if there's a train that goes in between called the auto train. I'm not saying there. But guess where else Shamanov owns a car business? in Mount Prospect, Illinois, where I've been. And one was on Bussey Road, the other was on Gulf Road, the two businesses he owns, trucking cars. Okay? I've visited both locations, by the way, near the Mount Prospect auto auction of Blues Brothers fame. And do you think they're stealing cars in one city, stealing cars in another, and then swapping them when they get to Pittsburgh, or stealing cars in Chicago and swapping them when they get to Pittsburgh from the cars they steal from the Alpha Jalo ring in Bronx and Brooklyn? They meet in the middle and they take the cars in the other direction. Is there drugs in the trunk? Yeah, there is drugs in the trunk. Okay, so we've got this guy, Saipov, yesterday, the guy who ran the people down in Tampa with a car company, transportation company. We've got him in Cleveland with a transportation company. Now, how many trips does he make between Cleveland and New York? 1,400. I've got a list of tickets a mile long that Saipov had between those locations. Is anybody in MSN breaking this today? No. They're stuck on his wife, Nemakova, or whatever her name is. The real story is the transportation network that he ran and the stolen car ring that he ran. Did SEIU run that car ring? Has it been around since SEIU took over the Teamsters? Yeah, it actually has been. Does Anthony Weiner run the communications part of that? Yeah, it turns out he does with the secure Blackberries. Is Imran Awan his go-to guy as far as the team for managing the Blackberries? Yeah, kind of is. So all of this is going to come out. I know that if they were trying to kill witnesses yesterday, we're still running down the witness list for the Bronx, where I was at the chop shops, or in Brooklyn, where I was in the car ring. You're not succeeding, you're making it more obvious. Taking Anthony Weiner's name off the lawsuit is only making it more obvious that he's the center of the ring. So anyway, that's I don't have internet yet, so I'm sorry I have to do these kind of things. But remember Astana, remember the uranium rat line. Here's Russia, comes down. There is going to be Kazakhstan, then Uzbekistan. Oh, by the way, guess who's Uzbeki? Saipov. Saipov is Uzbeki. They've been cited. I published several articles where the Uzbekis were recruited into the United States to smuggle uranium. It's Charleston, folks. Charleston's where they're re-enriching and backfilling our nation's supply of highly enriched uranium. Bob, highly enriched Mueller, was selling our nation's stores of highly enriched uranium and backfilling it with re-enriched crap from the ex-Soviet Union.